welcome to my New York City kitchen, where today we're making pecan crusted pork chops. So nut crusted pork or chicken or fish or any of the above is actually a lot easier than you think. And I'm gonna show you how simple it is, and it's super, super delicious. So the first thing we're gonna do is take some pecans or pecans, however you wanna say them, everything works. We're gonna put them in our food processor and just grind them up. Okay, and then we're gonna take those ground nuts and I'm gonna put them on this plate. Like so. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. So I've already turned my large cast iron skillet on. When you're cooking on the stove, you want to make sure you have a hot pan, hot skillet, hot pot, whatever it is, you want it to be hot before you add your oil. So I'm going to have it over about medium heat. I'm going to put in some oil. And then we're just going to let that heat up. And then we're going to actually get our pork chops together. So we have, it's a variation of your typical breading procedure. So I have some eggs beaten that I'm gonna put in some salt and pepper and dried thyme. I'm just gonna mix those all together here. And then I also have some Dijon mustard. So what I'm going to do is, there's no flour, so this is gluten-free, but I'm gonna take each pork chop, I'm gonna put Dijon on it. It's gonna go into our egg mixture, into our nut mixture, and then into our hot skillet. So these are very thin, so you can do them just on the stove. They'll work beautifully, and it might only take about 2 or 3 minutes per side. If they are thicker, then I'll make sure the directions are in the recipe. Take a look there, because then you can finish them in the oven. So that would be if you had something like a 1 or 2 inch pork chop, you might want to finish it in the oven. But if you have thin ones like I do, you can do them super quick, easy on the stove. So first, we're gonna put some Dijon on here, like so. And then I'm gonna make sure it's spread all on there. Into the egg. And then into our nuts, and then into our pan. You can hear it sizzle. So here's the next one. Dijon on both sides. They're gonna get a little messy here, which we're cooking, right? So it's fine, getting messy. I'm trying to keep one hand a little bit clean so I can use it for our Dijon spreading. There we go. That up. You can also use a grainy mustard if you like. And you can also skip the mustard entirely if you don't want mustard, but I'm a big fan of mustard and it goes so nicely with pork. Get all those gorgeous pecans on there. And if you're watching the overhead, as you can see me putting those pork cutlets in there, you can see I'm moving around in a circle so that I know where I started. So when it's time for me to check them and flip them over, I can start with whichever one went in first. You could also do all of this, do all of this whole procedure and put the pork on a plate and then add them to the skillet all together, one at a time. That is doable also. But I've got these things going on. I do have one more left. So I'm gonna get it ready and I'll cook this off later after those 4 are cooked. So you'll see all 4 on camera, but know that I do have a 5th one coming. Delicious. Delicious. Okay, so I have some tongs and I have my handy dandy fish spatula, which I love, so we can get nicely under there and just flip things over. But we want to carefully check. It looks brown, so there we go. Look at how gorgeous that is. Same with that one. Nice. There we go. So, it's about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I'm gonna let that get brown on that side. I might turn it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna grab a plate because we'll move everything out of the skillet and onto a plate. All right, gorgeous, right? So, once again, I'm Abbie. These are my pecan crusted pork chops. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. We're good? All right, let me just cook this one.